It will be a benefit for us as educators here sitting as a team for us to learn better. Can we please request everybody to close their laptops? Literally close their laptops. It's not just putting it down to your convenience to just open it anytime. Can we have it today, please? Can we? Mobile should be in a switch off mode, no? Of course, in a silent. Please. We request you, we understand. If there is a call, we don't mind going out and taking it, but it becomes a disturbance because there are some materials and activities here. So the laptop, can I have a closing more? Actual closing, please. We just really nervous here, but we can be doing the good morning everyone, and being last day, a day of celebration and jubilation because you're going into a vacation mode, we are here with a presentation about something which is not imparting you something new, which is not teaching you something new, but we will sit here as a group of learners and educators to reflect that we have taken the responsibilities of actually making our students equipped with certain concepts, making them learners for life. Have we tried to do our work better? Of course, we've been proving ourselves. Can we sit and reflect on how should we try to improvise and change with the changes that are there in our curriculum? So there is nothing new which we are talking about in the ATL presentation. The ATL basically stands for approaches to teaching and learning. Now, I was just discussing with them. We are here talking about, a basic concept saying that there are two things. There are two people in a classroom. Basically, let's say two segments. One is a person who is on this side of the table, which is a teacher. A learner who feels that with their knowledge and experience, they can impart and equip the student with the concepts and the context which is going on and the curriculum. There is the other side of which is a student who is looking forward to us to make themselves equipped. Okay? We have a student and we have a teacher. Now what happens is, for the student also to learn, there are different ways. We have a lot of students, everybody at the same level, but one student learns it differently and the other learns it differently. I think everybody will, everyone will agree with this, right? We have students who are with different skills. So there is a particular strategy which we discussed today, which is basically how to make them learn better. Okay, these are the skills which we will be talking about. And on the other hand, I think I will definitely have the confidence of everybody agreeing. We are sitting here as a group of people who are ready to learn more and innovate and try and make ourselves better. So there are certain things which will tell us how to basically make our teaching also in a more refined with finesse, let's say. So we'll be talking about basically two things. We'll be talking about the approaches to teaching and the approaches to learning. Presentation will be here, you will be seeing, but just to give you a sum up of it. I was discussing when I was coming in the class, I was saying a person will come up and say, why should we talk about skills? What do you mean by skills? Why is it that a student should be learning the skill of something? So just to give you a very simple example, with probably, I could be wrong. If you have a child who's sitting next to you when you're driving a car, you can tell the child everything about the car. You can tell him about the gear, you can tell him about the changing of gear, the importance of changing the gear, you can tell him about the race, the brake and everything, the steering and the importance of turning and all the traffic rules. The knowledge is imparted. Agree? This is what knowledge is. We impart the knowledge to a particular person. But will that person have the skill or the confidence or the independence to sit and take the role and start driving? Yes. There is something called a hands-on practice required. Okay. Now when this person starts driving, more because you experience, you explore after having that skill. Come back to same thing. If you have taught the knowledge of driving to a person and suddenly you realize we have changes, we have innovations going on, and we have the concept of an automatic car coming in, will that knowledge imparted to that person go waste? Irrelevant, because you say, you taught me gears, you said driving cannot happen without gears, what is it? So, with technology change, the knowledge becomes irrelevant. If the child knew, or any person as an adult, if you know driving, you can adapt easily. Yes or no? Nobody will say, what I learned as a skill is going waste, because I can adapt to the technology. So what we are trying to say is at the end that we have students here in front of us. We have to teach them content. We have to teach them certain concepts. But what is important is you have to make them independent and lifelong learners, because you have to lead them with skills. And when you lead them with skills, they don't only pass the IT diploma per se what we are here for. We make them confident to lead their life out. That is what it is there. Taking back to the TOK discussions we were having, skills are very different. Then we say communication skill. Probably the person says, what is communication skill? Communication skill is standing here in front, making every set of eyes just glare at you. That is what communication. I'm confident I can speak, everybody's understanding, I can give a good presentation. There is much more than communication skill. We all as IT teachers will agree that research skill is not only going to Google and just putting a particular site and going and exploring that. Research is much more than that. That is why we still have students struggling in spite of the fact that the Google is available. We have a lot of internet which is available to them. Lot of other ways they can explore. They do not know the research skill better. So our presentation today will basically talk about how to make sure that the skills are embedded in the student so that they become learners. And since it will be an activity which will be followed by something which is a mandatory requirement for this year, the unit plans, if you understand these skills better, you will be able to we have a personal project, we have an extended lesson. We have different links, we have different themes. You are in transdisciplinary, you just have a unit of inquiry. For some of you are aware, we have something called IDU if you are discussing in MIT planning, and we have something called proper curriculum. So you see, all these are different. What is it now that ID, if you see, their programs are self-contained and we wanted to have more coherence among all the three programs. So what is it then that ensures the consistency and the broad base of the three programs? If they are separate, if they are together, we are making sure a person who is working out of ID should fit into any of the groups. What is it that makes it sure is, of course, if you see, I'm sorry the logo will not come because I wanted three of them to come together. Everything else is separate, of course, besides the shape. There is only one thing which is common, is the approaches to teaching and learning. They are saying, keep this in the center, let the thing be different, let the framework be different, let the curriculum be different, let the themes be different, let the culmination be different, let the learning be different, but let the skills be the same. We are making sure the student works out with the skills. So all the three programs will have something called approaches to teaching and learning. Now, these are the 5 skills that we will be talking about. What I will be showing you a video is just an explanation of some of these skills. If you do not show these skills, you have a problem in doing your unit plan, which is a mandatory part, and you have to do a session which Namita will be taking up a unit plan on the whole unit. And this time, IT says that yes, DP is coming up with ATL, MIT was already having ATL, but this cool MIT is also starting, so everybody talks about the terminology of ATL now. So we have to talk about these skills explicitly in our unit plan. So now these are not words, we have to explore. Those of you who would like to explore further, inside the video gives you a base of what it is. You can please go through the ATL document to just know that even a research skill goes long way, and for you to know that in my subject, this is a part of research skill which I require, or this is a part of social skill which I require, it will be good. Because of